Oh.
Right now.
That's
You're good.
scary.
Yay! Can we go now?
Oh, wait, that's right. I wanted to get it up on
On your what?
my phone. Remember, I like to watch it and make sure it looks pretty.
Yeah. How did we do that?
I went to the YouTube
I
channel.
totally did that last time. What can we see here?
Okay. Let's see. We have
I'm going to watch us live.
Are you going to watch us live?
Yeah, why not?
You're a cheater.
Pumpkin eater. Why would...
She's live.
There it is.
Yeah.
Oh! Okay, so we are live. My apologies. Welcome to April's Town Hall, everyone. As usual, we are joined by our Solutions Manager, Emily Smith,
Hey, everyone. Happy April.
our COO, Ryan Hodges,
Hello.
and in the background, you can see our DJ, Meredith, waka, 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 doing at the controls. So welcome. So this month, there is lots of exciting things happening. The first one being Earth Day, which is also
Someone's birthday.
my birthday. So anybody that wants to send those?
Send her a recycled plant-based product.
Okay. No. Or jewelry. Something. But anyway, so lots going on. So before we get started, you can always put your questions into the chat box via GoToWebinar. So if you guys are there, have questions, it is actually being manned and hosted by the ever so talented Adrienne Strong and Carmen Evans. We love them. Thank you very much, guys, for doing that. And what do you have going on, Emily? What's going on in Emily's world of April?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so much is happening. Also, don't forget you can ask questions on YouTube now too. So if you're watching this on the YouTube stream, you can absolutely put your Q&A in the Q&A box there. We have a lot going on in April. I'm going to a couple conferences. I'll see everybody in Nashville at Kids Are Kids next week. We're so excited for Music City. And I'm bringing a special guest with me. He's making a surprise appearance. So
This is a special
it may
guest.
or may not be Chuck Gibbs.
He is a very special guest.
He
Absolutely.
was coming. He was so
Yes.
excited. And then the following week, we've got two conferences. We have AELL, which is in Orlando this year. So if you're going to be there, Chuck has a session on Friday. So definitely go see him. He's doing our 90-minute How to Be an Awesome Salesperson session. You really shouldn't miss that one. And then I will be in Atlanta with our friends at GCCA the same day, April 28th. So we'll have a booth and a session. We've got tons of friends there. Please come say hi. I love you guys all in Atlanta.
Aw, that'll be fun.
But you
Good
have some
times.
support webinars, right?
Yes, so we have a support webinar hosted by the lovely Adrienne Strong. It will be next Tuesday, I believe, and it is Statuses Explained. So what does all this even mean?
Gotcha. So, like, what do I do with the waitlist status?
Right. Yeah.
Why does it exist?
Two-way contact. What does two-way contact even
Yeah.
mean? Absolutely. So she's going to go into the minutia of that. So
That's good.
Yeah, definitely.
And
Just kind of back to basics a little bit.
Yeah, and I think she'll hit the archive statuses too. So
Mhm.
I think a lot of people have misnomers about lost opportunity. Like,
Yes.
I don't put them there because I'm so scared, but
Yeah, no,
There's
nothing,
nothing
to be scared of.
about.
Absolutely, no.
Cool.
It is quite awesome. So, well, are you ready? Are you ready
I'm ready.
to talk about
Ryan
April?
Hodges?
Let's go.
Okay, let's go. So, enhancements in April, things that we've had come up is on the lead screen. Some of you may see that your lead screen looks a little bit different, but we've had an enhancement to our data tables.
Oh, right. And I don't think it's just on the home screen. I think it's on data tables throughout
Throughout.
the system.
Everywhere
Yes,
in the system.
yeah.
So I think, like, let's back up. Ryan, what is a data table? What does that mean?
What does
to
it
us
do for
normal
me?
folk?
You know what? Emily's really trying to make fun because this morning I'm like, data table? Like, she was like, yeah, the little thing. I went, oh, got it.
Right. But I
Absolutely.
defined it by the little thing.
The little thing, yeah.
Okay, data tables. Data tables is actually a framework we use to make all of the tables in our system easier to work with. It adds the sortability of the columns, the searching here, so we can do like bar, if I can spell. Off today. There we go. Changing the entries. So we've made each one of these tables a lot cleaner and easier to work with. It's really just a refresh and modernization of the tables we had before.
You know
But
what?
we went through the entire system and updated all of them from the old framework to the new framework.
That is awesome. I love the assign to because it used to be in alphabetical order, so you'd have to go all the way through, and now you can just
I love
like,
the task
sort it.
type. So especially like regional people, corporate level users, show me all of the
Yes.
tours.
Yeah, that's
And the
happening
search bar is fantastic. I think Not that we don't love running that scheduled tasks report, but if you have been running the scheduled task reports to say, show me all of the tasks today that are this type, you don't have to do that anymore because you can just sort your data tables and get a really quick view. So I'm sort of mildly obsessed with this new feature.
Yes, so super fun. And hopefully it is helpful. We had lots of requests for it to try to make everybody's lives a little bit easier. So hopefully this.
And
is
I noticed
giving
it
them
too,
what they
like in
want.
the email template data tables. That was really helpful. So I could search in email templates, like for specific subject lines and stuff. Oh my gosh, what
And
a
the search-
lifesaver! Yes.
Are you sure?
I so geek out over stuff like that.
Super fun.
So they've actually been on the lead screen, the actual direct lead screen for several months now, but we finally went ahead and just put it across the entire system. So.
Oh my god, it's amazing. Love it.
That is pretty awesome. And so Ryan, if you go into a lead screen to Mia Dobson, I noticed that there is a new section on there that is sales rep section. Emily, you're a sales rep, so
I'm a solutions manager.
Oh, excuse
Back
me.
up.
Yes. Let me back up.
Get that title correct. Took me a long time to come up with it.
So right now, what does that mean for me, and what's happening in the future?
So we've had a lot of sort of our bigger size clients who have moved to a central enrollment office. And even some of our smaller organizations that are doing like assistant directors are giving tours, curriculum directors are giving tours, directors. You don't have one person giving the tour.
Right.
And besides who completed the tour task, there wasn't a really great way to say this person is the lead point person on this account. So we've added this field called sales rep now. So you may be the owner of the account, but a director at the center is giving the tours.
Okay.
That was my face I just saw on the screen. That's weird. Love being live. So anyhow, so this is kind of the first step in a series of them where you can start tagging a sales representative to the lead account. Now,
Awesome.
at this point, what I want you guys to do with them is get in the habit of tagging well, first of all, decide who is the sales rep in what does that mean to your organization? That's the very first thing you need to do is define what does sales rep mean to us before you have people go crazy with that field. Secondly, get in the habit of doing it. When you're entering the lead information, it is not required at this point, but get in the habit of selecting a sales rep. Pick the last 30 tours or 30 inquiries you did and find some time in the day to go back and re-tag them. Because right now it's just going to default to nothing system, basically. Coming down the line are things like sales rep reporting, conversion reports on sales rep, automation is the goal here on that. So there are things coming. Right now it is literally just a field. That's my face again on the screen. It's just a field. But if you get in the habit of using it and utilizing that when those new features come out, I think it'll be just tremendously helpful, and you don't have to come up with this all on day one. You can say, oh, we've gotten the habit of doing that, and now we know what we want.
That is awesome. Okay, so whenever I first read this one, I was like, we always have this text message sent notification in our history, right? In our past events. And then it was Brian was able to say, no, yes, that's still there. Absolutely. But now, just where you can tell, when you're sending a text message, we never knew whether or not the parent was actually getting it, what happens. But Ryan went in and was able to show us. So how do we send a text message? If everybody doesn't
and I
know.
saw a question about this earlier this week, so we should explain this.
Absolutely.
So Ryan, would you please hit edit lead? So we had a question this week. She said, how do I populate the cell phone icon in order to send a text message? Because I can't find it.
Absolutely.
So really important to note that if you don't have it noted as cell in that field, you're never going to see the cell phone icon. You're just going to see the green check mark, which means you're able to call this person. A lot of people, guys, have been going to their system administrators and saying, in the system settings pick list, can we just default it to cell? Because what's the harm?
Right, in doing that. Absolutely.
Everybody's giving you a cell phone, and if I accidentally text a landline, boo-hoo.
Nothing happens.
So I think that's best practice, but if you don't have it noted as cell at all, like that one that says work, you would never be able to see the cell phone icon next to it. So, yeah, see how there's the green check mark? So the system's not going to let you even attempt to send a text message. So then if you click the cell phone, okay, other things to importantly note here. If you just start typing, that's fine. You have 300 characters. What you don't want to forget in this situation is that these come from very random numbers. So you need to put your name, your email, your phone number, what you want them to be able to click on and call you back, and do not reply. Because if they reply to it, it's also going to no man's land.
Absolutely.
So, but best practice is to build out these templates. The basic one is great because it puts the user signature at the bottom of it.
Mm-hmm.
So then you just start typing, hey Mia, trying to reach you, whatever you want, you hit send. And then I'll get it.
Through the magic of
technology. All right, I got it. So I'm going to open up my message from Little Learning Schools. Yep, thanks Ryan. And then when you click view text, it only used to say text sent and what time, but now you can see that it was delivered as well. So this text did make it to the parent. Awesome. It didn't go to Never Land.
Yes. So previously when there was a question of did they actually get it, we don't know. Did it send?
All we could say is we did what we could.
Yes, yes. But now we can actually see that it was delivered, which is awesome. And you see how instantaneous that is.
Awesome.
It's like, boom, it's there.
If you aren't using the text feature, do.
My goodness.
It used to have to be something you opted into, and then we said, you know what, it's really valuable. You all can use it. So do use the text feature, even like on tour reminders and things like that.
So I have just a little story to tell about Carmen Evans, who, if you guys have not talked to her yet, she is the funniest thing ever. And I had never used, we use our own system for our own, to follow up with you guys, to make sure you don't fall through the cracks. And I noticed that Carmen had a hard time getting hold of she was doing user training, and it got canceled a couple times, and I just forgot. And Carmen went in and actually was like, I'm going to use my system for what it was built for. And she sent the text message to the one who needed the training. Lo and behold, the training happened.
Right away, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Because how many text messages do you ignore?
None.
Even to get them off your screen, you're opening these things up, and I always guilt people. Yes, such a guilter.
Don't forget about me. So it was awesome. So we use it as well, and it certainly was a big help in it.
I love that feature.
Gets them in the school. So then, whenever you go through, and there were a couple of other enhancements, but we've had a few bug fixes as well. So anybody who deals with technology, and I know that our end users get frustrated sometimes, but we certainly try to fix these bugs as soon as we find out about them. You let us know about them. I have to say thank you, Tom Wiley, because I tell you, if there is a bug out there,
the man is on it.
He is on it, and I absolutely love it. So
Tom Wiley, you're hired whenever.
If you decide not to do that school thing, hey.
Yeah, no.
So a couple of things have come up, and where clients were having issues with tour notifications. What was that all about?
It was the add to calendar feature, as far as I understand, on the tour notification. Yes. So they would, when you send a tour reminder to a parent, the parent has this really nifty feature that says add to calendar, and they can click the add to calendar on a tour reminder and put it on their device or whatever they're opening from. And as far as I understand, when a staff member would get that reminder, the add to calendar button, was missing for a while.
Yes.
So then when we added it back, it wasn't actually adding to the calendar. It was going nowhere.
Right. But now
it works. So the button is there. When they hit add to calendar, it will go over to whatever the default calendar on your computer or devices. So keep that in mind. If you open it up on your phone and hit add to calendar, it's going to go to that default, versus if you open it at the school on your desktop, your default is probably Outlook.
Right.
So do keep that in mind. The system doesn't know what device you're on and what you've opted as the default. But you can still add it to calendar and then invite other people just as you would anything else. And now I think the description is in there as well. So you can see who's the task with, who's giving the task, and like notes on it.
Awesome. Very good. So if you guys don't know, the marketing tab is my favorite part of our system. And embedded videos initially was one of my favorites, and then it wasn't because we got a bug. Well, the bug's been fixed. So Ryan, tell us about the bug fix, what it meant, and what it means now. That would be you.
First of all, how do I upload videos?
Right. How do you do that? How do you upload videos? How do you get them?
How do I upload videos? 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 How do I upload videos?
Oh, upload videos. Okay. Well, first I have to have permissions. So.
Right. So,
How do I get permissions?
And again, if you want permissions, I get to give you permission.
Oh,
Yes.
you're so lucky.
No, really, I don't. So if you need a permission, if you want to put videos into your email templates, just send us a support ticket, give us a call, do it through intercom, and we will get that privilege added for you. It's something that we have to do on the back end, so it's just a little extra step on our part. So if you want that, definitely let us know, and we will get that added for you.
Let me do this. I can actually give myself permission. It has to be turned on a per database level, but once you have the permission turned on on your database, then there's actually a setting on the users. So you do have to grant permission to the user to add videos. So let me give myself access. Okay. Go back to marketing.
And videos are so fun. I mean, whenever you
You know what I love
start to
about
do
the
them.
embedded video thing is if you're uploading on YouTube, and I just know this from my own CRM history, I've uploaded promotional stuff on our CRM YouTube page, and then as soon as that video ends, it starts with related videos, which is like, I'm not going to name them here, but the other
Yes.
CRM
Yes.
systems that are out there. So you guys at your schools,
There's other CRM systems?
well, not for childcare,
No,
but
there's
if you want
not.
to
Right.
crazy customizable $10,000 a month system, yes.
Right.
But anyhow, no, for you guys, what you're doing is uploading these videos to YouTube, putting a link in an email template, a parent's clicking it, being launched to YouTube, learning all about Lucky Learners, and then immediately it's like, hey, here's the other 12 in your area and all their promotional videos.
And it's like,
oopsie.
oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So what I like about embedded videos is you play it directly in the email template. They're not being launched anywhere else that's hosting it. So they're not being recommended to other childcare centers or other videos. So
Yes.
YouTube is
That is
sneaky.
awesome.
It's just like Google. When you start searching for childcare in Plano, Texas, a ton of
It's-
stuff will happen.
Yes, you're going to keep getting and seeing information.
Yeah.
So,
You ready?
yes, please. Absolutely.
Oh, sorry. We tangent all the
That's
time.
Right. Well,
Squirrel.
Marketing tab. Embedded videos. You gotta click the button. Now I have this lovely little upload video button. You gave it a name. We'll just call it test video. And the next problem is I don't probably have a video on this machine. Do I? Nope.
none that we want to share.
Spaceballs.
We got
Oh,
some Spaceballs
Spaceballs.
vintages.
Very
from
fun.
Spaceballs. Those are pictures, though. Okay, so no videos here. Bad demo. But then once you'd select your file, you'd click continue, and then your video would be here in this list.
Was that a progress bar?
Yes, it was a progress bar.
That's so fancy.
I know. Actually, here's a perfect screen. So, like on that one, because I didn't
Okay.
upload the video, it says you need to upload the video. But then you'll notice you have these statuses, one that says processing and one that says ready. What we do is once you upload the video, we have a third-party service that goes and optimizes the video for desktop, mobile, tablet. So then whenever the users go to click the video, whatever device they're on, it'll play whatever is the best format for them. So if they're on their cell phone, it's going to
Really?
format it to a cell phone that uses low data usage. If they're on their desktop, it's going to be a higher quality video. But once the video is ready, you can see it's ready right there. Then you can go and add it to
your templates.
templates.
Very nice. So one thing to tell you guys about is if you had prior to
Sorry, there's so many exciting things happening right now on the screen.
Emily,
I'm sorry.
one thing at a time.
What did you put in my
Um,
Easter basket?
So one thing to tell people that if you have used videos before or have uploaded video before February 28th, go in and re-upload that video.
Oh.
Because since the bug is now fixed, for new videos, it still is broken. I don't know if that's the
we
right
have
term.
it was. We use a third-party service to host the videos, and there was an integration issue with them, and that's been resolved.
Okay, wonderful. And you guys just saw how easy it was to go in and find the video, upload the file. So it will take you 10 seconds to get it in there, but now it's going to move in. And
Do you know what else I see on this screen? Well, for one, watch video, is
a video
awesome.
of-
So you could preview of somebody on a slope.
Oh, here we go. Oh, this is CRM working really hard right here.
This is CRM.
This is how we work really
who is that
hard
that
on
just
the
went
system.
right by?
Yeah,
you,
okay,
though?
no, the guy that went by, that's CRM. This guy is another CRM system that can't get moving.
Okay, let's see. Let's see how
Wait,
much
here he
fun
goes.
we have here.
Uh-oh.
This is gonna be great. Oh, crash
Yep,
and burn.
yes,
Oh.
that's what happens if you go to another CRM system. Just
Well, you crash
crashing
and
and
burn.
burning all over the slopes. No, but do you know what else I see on this? Data tables.
More
So
data
you can
tables.
sort. Oh my gosh, they're so awesome.
Look at those data tables.
Love those data tables.
Awesome.
Emily hearts data tables forever.
Well,
Moving
okay,
on. That
so-
got awkward. Sorry.
yeah. No worries. So I was glad, Brian, that you went in and showed how to add those privileges. So we had a bug where when adding staff and setting privileges, whenever you would set that privilege, you would get a system error. But now, no more system error. Now it works. So whenever you go
yes.
in, you're adding staff or updating or changing setting privileges, now that is going to do that for you. The thing you want to make sure with this is that you save it. So you have to go all the way down to the bottom of the page and hit save, because if you don't hit save, those privileges are not going to be saved for you. So just make sure when doing that, we've had a couple of tickets saying, but no, I went in and did it and it didn't happen. It's most likely
Oh, like if I click a box and then go somewhere else without
right.
hitting
If you
save.
click a box
Okay.
and not scroll all the way to the bottom and hit save, that privilege
Right.
didn't
that makes
update.
sense.
Yeah. So so that was there. Merging
Oop,
leads.
I'm not-
Oh wait, but there's another thing that got fixed in staff privileges, I think, right? The pending lead time report. Wasn't that an issue?
It was an issue. Had I read my notes, I would know
So
this
when
is-
you're in staff privileges and you did all of your job, you would click, yes, I want them to be seeing the pending lead time report.
Mm-hmm.
You'd hit save, and then they still wouldn't see that tab. So you had done everything right. We had made the mistake.
Mm-hmm.
So now that is fixed. If you go in there and you hit save pending lead time when you're making this new staff person, they will now be able to see the pending lead time report, which basically that report allows you to see how long it's taking you to move from bringing them in the system. So how long is it taking your directors or center level people to hit accept on the web leads, which most of you want that done
Immediately.
within minutes.
Yes,
yeah.
absolutely.
So directors, assistant directors, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. That report does exist where I can now see it's taking us 14 hours to bring in a pending lead.
Oh wait, I'm in the wrong report. Totally wrong report. That's okay.
It's
Pending
okay.
lead- pending lead report. There you go.
That
Yes.
also exists. Pending lead
That's a
report
good-
also
that's
is a good one.
Great one.
That's not, it's only a good one if people aren't accepting things very quickly.
Awesome. And so the next one is merging leads.
Yeah, which is not a good way to show, but
Yeah. So one, merging leads is something that you can do, but you can only do it while
They're pending.
While they're pending. So if you accept them, just know that at that point you can no longer merge them. But when you tried to merge them before, what happened?
and it was recent. It wasn't always.
Yeah, no. It was like
things were
brief,
great, and then
but,
something happened.
Yeah.
So yeah, when I think in the last 3 weeks, month or so,
Mm-hmm.
when you would click the merge, which looks like two people on top of each other,
Mm-hmm.
that's what that icon looks like. I think it's also the waitlist icon.
Yes.
So when you click that, you would click all the fields that you wanted to do and get everywhere and hit save, and then the screen would go gray.
And you're like,
What did I do wrong? And then you'd hit refresh and make 10,000 tasks. Don't ever hit refresh in CRM. Ever. Don't hit refresh. I have learned the hard way. Sorry to all of you who've gotten 15 of the same email. Anyhow, so it would just go gray, and you would kind of crash out of the system. So that's now been fixed. So you can merge just like you used to. There is no more problems.
wonderful.
Got 99 problems, but merging ain't one.
Emily Smith Productions. Yes. Emily Smith Productions.
You all love me.
Okay, so group email history. I have a note here that says, under the date sent, the date was listed.
Oh, this one killed me. Okay.
Right.
So in group history, when you go to send, when you sent a mass email or whatever, and you use that tab called group email history, date sent was populating the date that you generated the email, not the day that it was actually sent.
So if I scheduled it to go on.
Yeah, so if you're a director who's on top of the ball, you sat down on the 1st of the month and you started queuing all of your stuff, or you sat down on the 15th of the month and queued things for the 1st, the date sent would show the 15th and you would panic.
Why did I
thinking
send that?
people got
Right.
information. They didn't actually get the information, but we started generating it, so we populated it as the sent date.
But now,
It's the actual sent date. So if I delay it for 10 days, it's going to be delayed 10 days.
very good. Then, okay, so that was done.
Right. This is right.
Sometimes different web browsers give you different information. So now email attachments in Safari
Oh, yeah. Are working.
They are working.
So, yeah, it wasn't that they weren't working. It's just the upload button was missing.
Right. But
And
it was
I-
just in Safari.
I have to apologize to my friends at Heartfelt Impressions because they called me with this problem and I told them they were crazy. I was like, it's right there. Click the screen again, and then it dawned on me that, oh, this might not work in Safari. So those of you who are using Safari on Mac and all that, you could get to the upload attachment screen, but when you clicked you couldn't click upload, the thing was just missing.
Okay, well, awesome. So if you are that Safari user, know that has been fixed and you are good to go. We talked about these directors and our lovely users that are on top of their game and they're doing things. Scheduled reports. Everybody was so excited about scheduled reports, and then we kind of had a little snafu, and you were still able to schedule the report, but the email.
Sometimes. And then sometimes.
Sometimes yes, sometimes no.
Sometimes yes, sometimes no.
Yes.
It was like a fickle girl.
But now it is.
It's like Michelle. Just kidding. I'm practically perfect in every way. Mary Poppins.
No.
Okay, so yeah,
I'm
scheduled
sorry.
reports
Emily-
are working.
Who?
Emily
Anyway,
Poppins.
kidding. Emily Poppins.
So scheduled reports are working
Perfect.
exactly the way they should have. So Ryan, if you will go to reports, please and thank you. Let's walk through this process one more time, because I'm surprised that more people aren't using these things, because for as long as I've been at CRM, people have been yelling about having it, and now
Right.
I'm like, why are we not using it? And maybe because it takes some time to set it up, but I promise you, once you do it,
You're good to go. You're golden.
You,
Absolutely.
unless you're a center level user, may never log into CRM again. Okay, so would you please go to statistics and period statistics? So let's do a period statistics report for the beginning of whatever, a week, a month, whatever you'd like.
You want the first?
Yeah,
So you want to just do April 1st? Or you're going to go March 1st?
April Fool's Day.
whatever, anything you want. I'm just going to show them. So let's say that you want a period statistics report delivered to you every week, every Friday, right? So I'm going to get this screen perfect the way I like it. So period end date is today. I don't need anything else saved. And I'm going to hit save filters. And I'm going to call this my monthly period statistics. Oh, I like that. Okay, save as relative dates. This little checkbox down here means it's going to keep rotating for you. So if you want it to keep moving from like, which in this case I wouldn't, because it would move till like tomorrow and then like the second to tomorrow is what that would do. It's right, Ryan? It's just going to keep jumping it.
So basically it figures out what this time gap is to this time gap, and it keeps it rolling forward so you don't have to keep resaving the dates.
Yeah, so if I did this tomorrow, I would get the 2nd through the 13th, which I don't necessarily want. So in this case, I would have unchecked that box and said, no, I really want it from the 1st to the 12th. Okay, so I've saved that filter. Now, you have two things in here. If you want to still run it on the fly from that favorite report screen on the home screen, you can click into period statistics, pick an existing filter, select, view, run, right? Happy. But maybe I want that report to just run for me on Fridays at 8 a.m. So I'd hit scheduled reports, schedule, pick that one, pick the day I want to run it, what time I want to run it. Do I want to run it one time? Do I want to run it every Friday? Every morning? I think current opportunities directors have this run for you every single day. Have it run every day and email to yourself at 8 a.m. What's the harm? Then you have your current opportunities report. Then you can decide who you want to email these results to. So do I want it to go to all of the people in my accounting group? Do I want it to go to my 2 owners? Do I need it to go to the assistant directors because I'm going to be out this week? And then you hit save, and what it'll do is start emailing that report out exactly the way it is. So you have to have the filters set. You have to have existing filters in there. You have to schedule a report. You have to do it today. Please pick one and practice.
And so whenever, since they are emailing, you want to make sure, because we had, I didn't get this report. Well, check your staff settings, because it's going to go to the email address in your staff settings. So if you have changed centers, if you're moved from one center to another center, or you've changed email addresses, things of that nature, you want to make sure that that email address exists and it's to the one you want it to go to, especially if you're corporate level users.
Oh, exists. I didn't think of that. If you don't have an email address in the system, you're not going to get anything from
right.
it.
Or if you just have info at, everybody's going to get that, whoever checks that email address. So so you have to make sure that you have the right email address in there too, but that definitely is going to do that. Awesome. So that is done. So at CRM, we are always looking for better ways to do things, newer ways to do things. And Ryan has discovered a system that will help us. It will help you guys. Ryan, can you tell us a little bit about what's coming with WalkMe, and what does that mean to our users?
All right, WalkMe. WalkMe is a system that overlays over ours that helps users kind of guide them through the system. So there's going to be tool tips all throughout the system that if you're not sure what a word means or what a feature means or what this like little box right here, it says, my favorite reports, it'll explain that. It'll also have walkthroughs. So like if you want to understand how to create a favorite report or how to edit the favorite reports, then you'll be able to trigger the WalkMe, and it'll kind of gray out the rest of the screen, and it'll tell you, click here. It'll tell you how to add the favorite report, and it'll walk you through kind of the guidelines of how to use the feature. And we've done it for everything in the system, from adding leads, running reports, adding tasks, emails, etc. And we've also done the entire user training in it as well. So if a user kind of wants a refresher, or they're kind of unsure how to navigate the system, they'll be able to trigger it, and they can walk themselves through the system, kind of a self-help type section.
That is awesome. Or if you have a new staff member coming on, we always, if you don't have the demo, and I know Emily has done a new demo for user training, I find it great to watch the demo and then to log in and do it. So I think whenever people actually do it, it's a double trigger, and depending on how you learn, it just reinforces those habits and getting into those habits and doing it. I think it will be awesome. So do we have kind of a go live date on that yet, or a piece by piece date on that?
So all the content is actually in there. We're just making it look pretty and make sure it makes sense. It's within the next 30 to 60 days is when it goes live. One thing I will show everybody real quick, if you're showing my screen real quick, is if you click on your username up here at the top of the screen, you'll now have this enable smart help piece.
Whoa.
Now this, you'll be able to turn it on and off as you go. When we make this live, all the existing users, we're going to turn it off so we don't bombard you. All new users will automatically have it turned on. But if when we announce that Smart Help is now enabled, which is the WalkMe product, then users can come in here. You just click on your name, click edit, check the box, turn it on, and then you'll see the system.
Oh, very nice. So if it's somebody who's in the system, they've been in it for years, there's no reason really for them to do it.
Right.
Unless there's new feature or bug you want to learn, or not a new feature or enhancement that you want to learn about. Otherwise, you don't have to have it there.
Right, and we are updating all of our documentation where you can trigger these walkthroughs, and then we're actually going to move to interactive release notes. That'll actually have guided tours inside of those as well. So then you can click on the release notes, you can say, show me the feature, it'll walk you through the whole thing. For new users, it's going to have a new user checklist, so you can actually make sure you know all points of the system. If you're the administrator, you can see how much of the training they've done to make sure they're actually doing what they say they're going to do.
Very nice.
It really is to kind of enhance the user experience so the users can get help that they need right away, as well as make sure the training materials are there for them.
So that doesn't mean you're replacing me or the support department in any way.
No. We are not.
I mean, not in the way that McDonald's is having robots make Big Macs.
Oh, I'm just
It's
saying.
different. It's totally different because you're different.
Some people still want to talk to a person
Yes.
if they're having issues, and we are still here for
that
you.
still exists. I think we're just trying to open the door for how people learn differently. You know, the help section is the videos and the documentation. Now we've got the intercom if you want to chat. If you don't want to talk to a human at all, millennials, you can just launch the Walk Me.
Yeah,
So
which
I just
is
think we all learn so
wonderful.
differently. This is going to be really helpful.
Absolutely. That will be fun, and we certainly look forward to that coming. So April holds lots of things. Emily, you talked about some things that were coming up after our webinar today. Do you want to highlight those again really quickly?
Yeah, so next week, Nashville, KRK, Music City. I'll see you there. I'll be the one making all the crazy noises in the lobby, probably. That's me.
That differs.
Never. That you'll
right.
just know exactly where I'm
Okay,
at.
there you go.
So, and then the next week, we'll be at ALL in Orlando. So go visit Chuck at his session. And then we'll be at GCCA Friday the 28th, too. Come see me at the booth and give me a big hug because I love all my Atlanta people.
And if you can't go to any of those conferences or you're not there, you can join Adrienne Strong on her webinar.
Yeah, on the 28th.
Absolutely. So
And again, if you're not going to be at those conferences and you're going to be somewhere else, hit a sister up and tell me where you're going to be, because I really like going out there and seeing new conferences. And even if it's not a child care conference, if you've heard of something really cool, I want to go. I have plenty of things to learn.
I may be in the same city.
Yeah, I may
doing
be in the same
thing.
area. Or if you want us to come visit you, if you need some on-site training, if you need something, tell us what you need, what you're doing is basically what I'm saying, because otherwise I sit here in Dallas and I wonder how you are.
Absolutely. So through the thing, Ryan, have we seen, yep, Brian, we're same wavelength right there. If there are any questions out there, Ryan, can you, or Carmen and Adrienne, do you guys have anything in the GoToWebinar?
If you guys just go back over scheduled reports, Michelle Reese just wants to know if they've already had scheduled reports that weren't working. Now that the feature is being released, do they need to reschedule those reports, or will they just automatically pull the reports that they've already scheduled?
If the reports are already scheduled, then, let me make sure I mute myself here. If the reports are already scheduled, then they will run normally. The problem was actually on the back end on the scheduling process side, which was what was fixed. The reports should not need to be updated to be retriggered.
Awesome. So Michelle, if they're set in your system, you should start getting them. Anything else?
Nope.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. Ryan, do you have anything? Emily?
You know, I do want to go back and touch on the sales rep real quick.
Okay, yeah.
And some new features coming out, and we're going to solicit some volunteers to help us out with this one. A lot of clients are moving to centralized enrollment centers, kind of at the corporate office, and we are really wanting to enhance out that feature set, which is the sales rep was step one. So there are a lot of features that are about to be coming out in the next 2-3 months around centralized enrollment. If that is something you are considering or currently doing, we would love your feedback and to get you part of a kind of a test case that we're working on.
Awesome.
And for those of you that have been wanting something like that, it's in the pipeline.
It's coming.
Just want to throw that out there. And then there was one other thing. What was it? The text messaging. I do want to hit on that one real quick. We are going to do some more enhancements to our text messaging. That one notification was just the start. We did switch our text messaging providers a few months back. That has opened a door for a lot of new enhancements. So we will be enhancing our text messaging capabilities in the next few months.
Shall I dare say two-way text messaging?
Two-way text messaging is.
You are brave to say it out loud. It's like saying
pipeline.
Bloody Mary in a mirror.
Yes, no promises. I'm just saying.
Yep.
It would be awesome.
So the past few months has been fixing a lot of bugs, cleaning up a lot of system infrastructure, but we do have a lot of good features in the pipeline. So the next few months are going to be very exciting.
Awesome. Stay tuned. Things are happening. So I am good. Emily's good.
I think that's it. No questions in the YouTube.
Great. So, and again, if you guys have anything come up after this, please, hit us up on Intercom, submit us a ticket. You can always give us a call. Other than that, happy April. And don't forget, April 22nd.
Happy birthday, Michelle.
Thank you. Have a
Bye,
great day,
everyone.
guys.
We'll see you soon.
Appreciate it. Have you ever seen my crazy faces that I make on here?
You're still.